Yes, we are live. Thank you so much for being here. I can see somebody is here. Can see some persons already here waiting for me to come on live. I am so grateful and happy you are here and you could join me. So let's go straight into today's class. Today we are talking about 10 parenting habits we must stop normalizing and what to do instead. Okay, 10 parenting habits we must stop normalizing. Because of the busyness of our daily lives and everything, we have picked up habits, picked up comments, picked up so many things we say to our children that are not healthy, that are hurting them emotionally. So today's class, we are going to be seeing all of that. Hello, you're welcome here. Thank you all so much. Thank you, amazing parents. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here today. And if you are joining me live or watching the replay, take a breath with me. Okay, this is not a session to shame, or it is a space to reflect, reset and grow. Okay, we are not, nobody is here to shame anybody. It's a space where we can reflect and grow. Thank you all so much. Okay, we are growing. It's a growing channel. It's a growing space. Okay, so and I want you to support our growth journey by subscribing to this channel, sharing our classes, okay, commenting on our videos so that YouTube can recommend it to viewers. Okay, YouTube can recommend it to people all over the world. Thank you all so much. I'm happy you are here. So let me start with this truth. Okay, in our homes, feelings are not problems to fix or shut down. They are messages. Most times, ah, good afternoon, ma. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I see you all. Okay, thank you all for being here. Good afternoon, ma. I came this morning. You're not around. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. So we are talking about habits that we have picked up because of our busyness, because of I've been speaking to myself. Uh-oh. So sorry about that. I forgot to turn on my mic and put it on. I'm really sorry about that. So I've been talking about 10 habits. I said thank you all so much. If you are here, you are joining me live or you're catching a replay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence and I'm happy you could join me live. Thank you so much, Mrs. Unadozie. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, my number one fan. Thank you all. I feel very elated and happy to be here. I don't know why, but I'm very happy. Thank you all so much. I've been talking about 10 habits that we have picked up that hurt our children emotionally, but yet we don't pay attention to them. Okay, these habits, we just do them, and then because we are busy, we are all over the place, we just feel what you should be doing is you should be coming top of your class. That is our focus. Our children coming top of their class, becoming the best in the world, forgetting that their strength comes from their emotions. Okay, their strength comes from their emotions. Their emotional state, their emotional health is what will give them that resilience, that strength to become everything you want them to become. Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. I've been saying that I'm glad that you are here, and if you are joining me live or watching the replay, take a deep breath with me. This is not a session to shame you. Okay, it's a session to grow. This is a session to grow and learn. Okay, and reflect and reset. So let me start with this truth. In our homes, feelings are not problems to fix or shut down. They are messages. In many homes, we don't take feelings or people's we don't take people's feelings as seriously as what it should be. We just say, please shut up, just keep quiet, let's just move, start going. But if we can step back and start thinking about all this stuff, we will see that these are messages that we are supposed to ponder on and reflect on so that we can grow. Okay, these feelings are that we are shutting down. So when children learn that all emotions are welcome, Even the big, loud, messy ones, they learn something powerful when you show your children that all their emotions, even when they, some of us get triggered when our children cry, we get triggered when they are shouting, we get triggered when they are, but when you show your children that these emotions are not, they don't they don't need to be shut down, they feel safe, they feel that okay, you are a safe space for them. Okay, our children feel safe even when they get messy, even when they pack sand, they put water, they start playing with stuffs around the house, and you are not triggered and you are not angry. You give them that space to show them that okay, you are, your feelings are welcome here. Okay, so when children, they learn something powerful, I am safe to be fully myself here. Okay, when children know that they are safe, they feel empowered. That is very empowering. Showing your children that, showing that your children knowing that, your children knowing that they are safe to be around you, it gives them that empowerment to become that your desire. Okay, that safety builds trust, that trust builds connection, and from that place growth happens naturally. Okay, growth happens naturally because why, you have given them that foundation they need, that foundation that they are safe. Okay, that you are a safe space to be around. You don't have to get it right every time. Showing up with presence and care is what matters most. Okay, most of us these many times I have tried to, it did not turn out well. Many times I have been trying to be the perfect parent, it did not turn out well. But we are not talking about being perfect always. Okay, what matters is your presence, what matters is your connection. Hi, Tabitha, thank you so much for being here, thank you so much. I need you to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, share the videos. Okay, share our video, join us in our growth journey. We are growing very fast. So I've been saying that we just shut our children up, we don't want them to, but we want great things, we want them to do, we have good intentions for these children, we have great plans for them, but then their feelings, their emotions triggers us, and we shut those emotions down, and we want something better from them. It cannot happen because that we are not building the foundation. When you place something on nothing, it will not stand. That greatness you want from them will not stand. It will eventually crumble. It will eventually crumble. So that's why we need to work on our emotions. That's why we need to regulate ourselves by joining the Steward tribe. This is all we do in the Steward tribe. Okay, this is what all we do in the Steward tribe. Give you tools, give you empowering tools, so that you can be able to, you can stand all these things, you can be able to nurture your child, you can give them a nurturing space. Okay, so that they can grow. So that is what we do in the Steward tribe. Join us in that tribe. Okay, and from that place growth happens naturally. You don't have to get it right all the time. Today we are talking about 10 parenting habits we've normalized that are emotionally unhealthy, and what to do instead with real life examples. Okay, most times we just feel our children, they are just, are they not, they are small human beings. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Hi Naomi, thank you all for being here. So we just say they should just be moving, and they're not children. You just feel they don't have emotions, you just feel they don't have feelings, they are not supposed to be tired, they're not supposed to be this, they're not supposed to be that. Thank you so much, thank you. So you just feel they don't have, please subscribe and share our link. Join us in this growth journey. We are growing massively, we are going to grow. Okay, we are growing, and it is going to happen very fast this year. So join us in our growth journey. So we just feel these children, they don't have emotions because they are little, they are small, so they don't have emotions. But I'm here to tell you today that these children have emotions, and those stuff they are doing to them hurts them and makes their emotions unhealthy. And that emotion, their emotional state, that is the foundation. That connection that you build with them is the foundation for growth, is the foundation for every good intention you have for these children. Okay, so let's go straight into today's class as we talk about 10 habits that we do as parents that we feel they're just, we just do them without thinking, and these things hurt our children, it hurts them, their emotions. So the first habit that we do is silencing their emotions. We say, stop crying, you are fine. Your child is crying, you don't want to even know why they are crying, you just try to shut them up, you are fine. I've read stories of many people that their parents, the parents have time to do other stuff. They have their major on the minor and minor on the major. Your child is crying, you don't know why your child is crying. You are just shutting them up and just let's go, let's go, let's go. You're not even trying to find out what's the root cause of the cry. Why are they crying? What is happening and what is happening in that environment? You just say, oh, stop crying and just move. So that silencing emotion is very harmful. It's very harmful to their emotions, and it's not a good place to be. Why it's unhealthy? It teaches children to doubt their own feelings and suppress emotions. So many things happen and they are trying to be expressive, they are trying to show, they are trying to be a whole human being, and then you just say shut up. So you are suppressing them from growing into that human being that you desire them to be. You are suppressing them, you are suppressing their emotions. So but instead, name and validate the emotion. Name, and so you should be able to discuss about what's the root cause of that cry. You should be able to sit down and talk about what is happening. Okay, that is how to build emotional strength. That is how to move away from emotional unhealthiness. Okay, instead of stop crying, it's nothing. You can say, I can see you are really upset, tell me what happened. You can do that. Instead of saying, I just can you just you are making noise, I'm reading, you can say, I can see you are really upset. Can you give your children time? Okay, your children spell love as time. Give them that time. Okay, stop trying to shut them up. It's all about you always. It's always about you. You're always busy, always. So but when you try to stopping their emotion, you will see the changes that will start happening. How to start validating their emotions. Okay, validation does not mean approval, it means understanding. When you validate, okay, you are crying, okay, I can see that you are crying, I can say, can I know what happened? Instead of just say, come on, can you just shut up your mouth, you are disturbing me, you are making a lot of noise, this place is noisy, how can all of you be shouting in this house? But when you validate their emotion, it shows them that you understand them. It shows that that you know what's happening to them, and that way they can open up to you. But when you just shut them up, they feel suppressed and they'll start doubting themselves. They won't know what is the truth anymore. So but when you trust their cries, you trust their whatever they are doing, you trust them, they feel understood. Okay, these children feel understood. So that's for the first unhealthy emotions that parents shut down from our children, that is unhealthy. Secondly is rushing to fix instead of listening. Something happened, the child is crying, your children are crying, something happened, you just oh, okay, that's the problem, you just rush there and fix the problem. Can we start moving? So and the children are trying to explain something to you, you don't want to even understand. Okay, you just rush there, you don't want to even listen, you just say I'm busy, and then you just rush there and solve the problem and let's be going. So that is unhealthy. Okay, that is unhealthy. Children learn that emotions are inconvenient and must be solved quickly. So all these all these emotional unhealthy habits we do, they pile up, and this is the result of what we have in the society today. That is the result of the unhealthy state we have in the society today. So but we should stop. What we should do instead is to listen before you advise. Learn how to listen. You teach your children how to listen. When you listen to them, you teach them, you give them the tools to listen. By listening to them, show, model, go first in this, go first, model to them. Okay, listen before you advise. Instead of just saying just do this and move on, you can say, do you want me to listen or do you want me to help you? Okay, that space, that availability gives them, is empowering. Okay, it's emotionally empowering. That space, that voice, that's your calmness, that your listening time, it gives them, is an empowering habit. Okay, so sometimes children need presence, not solutions. So that your silence, that your listening skill, that your quiet, that your help that you're offering them is what empowers them. Okay, is what empowers them. That's what they just need, that presence, not the solution, not you stepping in. You are just trying to solve it, you are trying to take every obstacle off their way, you don't want anything to hurt them, you are just everywhere. So that's sometimes your presence is all that they just need. They just want you to listen to them. Let them just be able to talk to you. That's what your children need. Okay, stop jumping into the arena to solve every problem. The third unhealthy habit that we do that really hurt the emotions of our children is using shame as discipline. So many of us have grown up in that space. Many of us grew up in that space where our parents use shame, where the adults in our life use shame as a means of discipline, as a means of correction. They start insulting you. I've been in a space, okay, she said, in the midst of everybody, she just called and said, have you greeted everybody here? And this is the person trying to, so all those, instead of you to call the person aside and you just want to use shame, that in this house that is how we do it, or we shame everybody, anybody that misbehave will be shamed. So if you don't, if you do anyhow, you say anyhow. So if you know you don't want to say anyhow, you behave yourself. So, and that is not a healthy way at all. That is not healthy at all. You say you do anyhow, you say anyhow, you do anyhow. So instead of, so this is shame attacks identity, not behavior. That shame that you are trying to unleash under your guest, you are unleashing under your child, attacks the child, that person's identity, and not that behavior. You feel is the behavior, the other person has misbehaved, that person was not properly raised, that person is this, that person is that, but you have attacked the person's identity. So what to do instead? Correct the behavior, protect the child's dignity. You must not you can correct in private. It must not be in public. You don't have to do correct in public. Okay? You want to show everybody that you are in the Bosky parents. You are the happening parents. So you are always screaming. You're always screaming on your street, on your estate. Everybody know you. You are the parent that is always right. That is always teaching her children. So you teach by shaming, by screaming. Everybody know you on your street. So that is not a healthy habit at all. So you don't shame to teach, you don't shame to discipline, you don't shame to correct. Okay? Instead, you can ask what kind of child, instead of saying what kind of child behaves like this, you can say the behavior is not okay. Let's talk about a better choice. Instead of saying, oh, this you can call the person as, instead of just opening your mouth in the public and just disgracing them and pouring shame on them. Oh, you mean you did this? You mean, oh, you bedwet, you wee on the bed? Oh, at your age, you are 7. When our neighbor's son, when your younger one at 2, they have stopped urinating on the bed. You are already 7, you are still urinating on the bed. You bring the child out and embarrass the child, and then you feel fulfilled. That is unhealthy. Okay, that behavior is very unhealthy. So discipline should teach, not wound. So you are busy trying to wound your child in the that you are trying to teach them. You are wounding your child that you are trying to teach them. So, but that is not healthy at all. Discipline is about teaching, it's not wounding. So when it is now out of teaching, when it's now out of guiding, when it's now out of correcting, it is now a problem. It is now an unhealthy problem. So we should not do that. Okay, stop shaming your child, stop shaming the young persons around you, stop shaming at all. Okay, stop shaming your family members. So discipline teaches, it doesn't wound. Stop, oh, come on, let me tell you what this person did today. Oh, the person is there, the person can hear you. Just open your mouth while and be saying everything wrong about the other person, and you want them to be happy. They are not happy, and it is emotionally wounding, it's emotionally injuring. So now another habit that we do that's emotionally unhealthy is dismissing feelings as disrespect. So children learn that honesty equals punishment. So sometimes your child can just come and say, what is smelling here? You say, oh, come here. You mean you are talking to you met your parents here. Instead of you to dobale, instead of you are asking mommy or daddy what is smelling here. So you shut them out, you dismiss their feeling. and you call it disrespect. So but when your child know that their feelings, their comments, their remarks, it's safe around you, they will feel empowered. Okay, this is about empowering your children, this is about empowering the child. Okay, to stop dismissing their feelings. Okay, let them be able to talk to you no matter what they feel. Let them be able to talk with you. So it is now your duty to teach them how to do it. It is now your duty to teach them how they should do it, how they should be able to express themselves, but not shutting them out completely, not suppressing their voice completely. Teach them how they should do it. Okay, so separate the tone from the truth. Okay, instead of don't talk back, say I hear what you are saying, let's say it respectfully. Instead of saying, oh, you don't talk back at me, oh, that's a teaching time. That's a teaching time for that's a time for you to teach your child. Instead of saying, you don't talk back at, you don't talk to your parents, you don't talk back at your parents, and here you don't talk back at me. That is a teaching moment for you to teach them how to do it in a better way. Okay, so stop dismissing your child's feeling, and calling it disrespect. You can teach. So this teaches emotional expression with boundaries. So this is a time for you to teach boundaries. Teach them what to say, how to say it. Teach them how to say it. Okay, how to, and not shutting and not suppressing their voice completely. So making love conditional on behavior. So another habit that we do that hurts our children is making love conditional on behavior. So why it's unhealthy, children begin to perform for love instead of being secure in it. So you try to make your love conditional because you mean you came 10th in your class. You will not have this, you will not have that. So the child now know that, okay, for my parents to be able for me to get my parents, I should be, no matter what, I should do whatever it takes. I should do whatever it takes for me to be able to earn their love. So, and that is not healthy. So get your love. Let your child know that. Let your child know that you love them in every condition. Let your child know that you love them every time, in every condition. So instead of saying reassure connection even during correction, even when you know that, okay, your child have just failed, your child have just something a learning phase for your child. So that is the time to reassure them of your love. Okay, stop shutting them. Stop trying to say, okay, you did meet up to what I expected of you. So that is the time for you to reassure them of your love. Okay, so example of what you can say, I don't like what you did, but I love you, and we will fix this together. So correction lands best on the foundation of safety. So when your child feels safe while you are correcting them, it's that correction will land safe. Okay, it lands best on that foundation of safety. So when your child feels safe, that correction will land well. It will land well. When your child feels safe, your correction lands well. But when they don't feel safe, there will never be. As the more you correct them, the more there's chaos. The more you correct them, the more, because they are not understanding what you are saying. It's not landing well. It's coming off like noise. Okay, it's coming off like noise. So but when you place love, when there's safety in your correction, your children feel safe. They feel connected to you. Okay, they feel safe and connected to you. So the another habits that we do that really offend our children, that really hurt our children, is comparing children to others. Comparison creates insecurity and sibling rivalry. So many of us do is they need competition now, they need to compete. Yes, they need competition, but you need to learn how to use competition as a tool, and not just use it carelessly. Not just use competition carelessly. Just say anything anyhow to your child. You just compare them anyhow. You need to learn how to use competition as a tool, and not just compare them to everything and anyone. That way you keep shutting them up, you keep shutting their creativity. They are trying to come out of their shell, they are trying to do to become who you want them to be, but before you know, you have compared them to the next person. Before you know, you have compared them to their sibling, and you are pushing them back to their shell. So comparison is creates insecurity and sibling rivalry. It creates insecurity. They feel insecure to be who they want to be. They feel insecure. So what to do instead? Focus on individual growth. So your child or your children are unique in their own journeys. They are unique in their own journeys. So focus on their individual selves, and stop comparing them to each other. Stop saying, oh, when your younger one was this age, she was already doing this, you are already this age, you cannot do this. Stop comparing them. Okay, they have strengths in their own different ways. They have strengths in their own different ways. Allow their strengths to blossom. Allow their strengths to grow. Stop bringing joining two different personalities together. They all have Everybody have weaknesses and have strengths. So maximize their strength, build on their strength, build on their strength, and stop seeing their weaknesses. Okay, build from their strengths and stop coming from their weaknesses. That child you are looking at, that is always strong, that has a lot of strength, also have weaknesses. So build on your child's strengths. Your child cannot be all weak. Your child cannot be all weak. They have strength, they have something to do. Build on that strength. Okay, focus on individual growth. Instead of saying, why can't you be like your brother, you can say, let's focus on your own progress. Okay, you can focus on that your child's progress. Instead of saying, why can't you be like your sister, why can't you be like your brother. Every child grows at a different pace. Every child grows at a different pace. So everybody is unique in their own journeys. Everybody is unique in their own journey, unique in their own world. So don't compare your child to another. Don't compare your child to another of your child, or another person on your street, or another person in your church. Your child is unique, and their own journey is very unique, and it's very beautiful. It is very beautiful. So I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. Wow. So you mean you've not been hearing me all this while, and I've been talking? Hello everyone. Were you hearing me before? Please, I need you to put in the comment section, could you hear me before? Okay, let me just go. Let me just assume that you were hearing me. Let me assume that you've been hearing me, okay? So, we're talking about the 10 habits that we do as parents, as adults, to children and young persons around us that hurt their emotions. So I said we sorry. We just do things and feel there are these people, they are small children and they don't understand. They don't have emotions. When their emotions will come out when they grow up. Their emotions will come out when they grow up. Forgetting that a child came fully formed at birth. A child came fully formed at birth. So you say, they are small people, they don't have emotions yet. When they have grown up, when they are now 18,